Computron. Computron.
Alright, we're live.
I'm sure everything's totally fine.
Oh, okay.
Hello
I'm
there.
tweeting.
Tweet.
Wait.
Tweet.
It says you're hosting someone at the moment.
It says I'm live on my dashboard.
But say sometimes
Someone.
sometimes it takes a moment for Twitch to actually
Yeah.
correct itself.
Yeah, I can hear it through mine. Like, I don't know.
Let's see. Search.
Jay always on top of liking my stuff.
I have almost all of the lady. Actually, I do have all the lady comps on notifications.
Yeah, I refresh it.
Well, of course, because that's the only way people find out if we're streaming or not.
Bingo.
Yeah, it's just that I'm live on mine. 0 viewers, all that.
My phone is being
There it is. It's live. It says it's live right here.
My phone is being
Oh, there it
super
goes.
slow right now.
Oh,
Oh, yep, there it is.
This
wow.
probably wasn't registering that I went live right away.
Okay. So now I can see the chat. That is good.
Pop out chat.
Hi, it is.
Welcome.
Welcome to more of this.
More of
Oh.
Monster of the Week. A.
That was your god, Jay. Thank you for this up.
Monster
God,
Week, for
boy.
those who still don't know, is its own kind of game on I believe it's called the Apocalypse Engine,
That don't sense this.
where the players use only 2d6s, and I don't roll at all. Odd game, yes, I know. That's where we left off. The party,
Thanks.
beginning first week or two of November, and they had defeated a nightmare. Upon doing so, I decided to award them with a haven. Kind of, you know, out there in terms of things to just give. But I thought it was neat, and I thought they needed it. So, the party has decided a room for each, or an effect for each. So, starting with Fox, what did you pick, and how did you go about implementing it?
Oh god, I didn't think about the same part. I guess I picked the lore library. I didn't have time to really discuss where that could be placed, though. So.
And there's a study.
Okay, put it there.
Okay. So put it there. Done. And did you purchase books from a bookstore, I assume, and some of that?
Probably, yeah.
In your own collections?
Yeah.
Alright, never marked that XP today.
Lacy,
Hi.
what did you pick? And how did you implement it, and where is it?
I picked the infirmary because everybody keeps getting hurt, and I can't keep going back to the hospital with Lucien because he's the one that keeps dying on us. So how I went about this was, I actually previously, before coming back, was a pre-med collegiate. Haven't finished that degree yet, but I do still have some of the surprise.
Surprise!
And
For now.
supplies, I know, I'm
Surprise.
I still have some of the supplies and some books and things like that that will help with healings and stuff. And then I can also purchase several medical items without being questioned.
Fair enough. And where is it?
It's going to be in the basement, behind a false wall that is built there to kind of keep the infirmary hidden, because surprise visits by my parents is not going to be a good time to explain. why there's an infirmary in our house.
All
I
right.
mean, to be fair, surprised visited by your parents, will also have a hard time explaining, so, who are these two guys living with you guys?
To be fair,
They know
why would
exactly
they
who you
go
are,
in
it's
the
fine.
basement?
Lucien.
It tore the house.
Look, they definitely also know who Lucien is. Anyways,
Anyways,
We
Just a
don't
bit.
talk about it.
what did Jay pick? Where is it? And how did he go about implementing it?
okay, so information as far as for the audience. Jay at one point was a criminal, and he worked for an organization. So he picked an armory because he does know how to go about hiding things. So each section of the wall, there's about 3-foot sections of plywood put up, and it's about 1 foot deep, and there's just weapons kind of circling the inside of the garage walls.
Okay. I imagine maybe Nelson helped acquire
Yeah.
some items and stuff like that and
Yeah.
help with the hiding, because he's also good at hiding weapons and such.
Yes.
Lucien.
Lucien went about putting protection spells all over the damn place.
All right.
I think he, I feel like he would have, tried finding a book related to the subject at, Life's Treasures or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Granted,
or even a
he-
go in. That could
Yeah,
also.
that too. Man, but either though, granted, I'm fairly certain whatever book he found didn't exactly have a clear passage on how to make exceptions.
I imagine you probably tried, but unfortunately failed, which means you have exceptions, but it's werewolves in general.
Yeah.
So, let's bring you all to your haven.
Yes!
Ooh.
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 Gimme the goodness. There we go. Yeah!
Yeah, zoom out,
Look
really
at
helps.
this!
Nice.
I
I'm limited
love
on
it!
objects,
It's so
but
great!
what I could fill in, I did. I didn't have a truck, so I kind of had to make one.
Hold on, I have to zoom in because I have to see this.
This is amazing!
Actually, that's pretty decent, so you're fine.
This is more just references for the players to be able to visually see where everything is in relation. If you can probably tell if you look right there, that is how you access the basement, is underneath the stairs. There's another set of stairs that goes down.
Hmm.
And I figured if you're going to build a false wall, I figured it would probably look better if it was lined up against the stairs.
Smart.
So it looks like it ends
Yes.
more abruptly than it should, but people won't realize that. Because if you did it like this, it might look a little weird.
That doesn't look
Slightly.
weird at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is corner of the room just gone.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I figured that'd probably be a good place for like laundry room and all that.
Yes, it's perfect.
Again, like I said before, the dining room is in the middle, so that it doesn't have any windows accessing it, but it's also how you get to the stairs and all that. You do have to enter the dining room to get to the study, unless you want to kick in and make a door through the kitchen. It's not that bad of a travel. Bless you.
Thanks.
2 bathrooms, like I said, first and second floor. 4 bedrooms, 2-car garage, a living room, kitchen, dining room, and a study,
Yes.
as well as a nice, decent-sized basement. And apparently the windows did not take, but there are windows on the first floor.
Nope, there's not windows anymore. Don't worry.
No, we need windows. Lacy would demand windows.
I will fix that because I think it just sent them to the bottom layer when I made this instead of putting them on the proper layer. So they're there. I just gotta bring them to the top layer.
They're there somewhere.
It's
They're like
fine. We know there are windows there.
here and here. They're like
There
double windows. Yeah. So I'll pop them back up and re-upload the image. But for now, you guys have probably at this point is now first week or two into January. You guys have fully moved in and gotten your construction done. I want a weird roll or two.
Okay.
You go first.
That is 6, 11. That is a 14.
Give me the pink dice.
No. No pink dice. Not anymore.
Okay.
I will wait to roll unless you would like me to go ahead and roll as well.
Go ahead and roll. 14. That's good. You get detail vision. If something bad is, you have to take +1 forward to prevent it. Mark experience.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
You broke something.
I have to mark experience. I rolled a 6.
Oh no!
Okay, Lacy, stop it.
On a miss. Something bad.
Lacy, stop it. Lacy, stop it. You're not. You're trying to level up faster than all of us. Stop it.
I'm not meaning to do it.
Everything bad happens to Lacy, apparently.
So Lacy, on a miss, something bad is going to happen to you.
Here we go again.
So we'll start off with Lucien.
Yay.
You see a just a normal like shop. One of the, I think it's probably the general store. If you had to guess just how long you've been there. After hours, there's just the third shift kind of stocking and all that. And you're kind of watching it from above, and you see one of these support beams starts kind of icing over and shatters and falls, knocking a few shells over and crushing a few people. You see 2 or 3 people get just crushed as this freak kind of ice accident seems to happen. If you manage, you get +1 to trying to prevent this from happening.
Alright.
You also, if you do prevent this from happening, you mark experience to stop it. If you stop
Excellent.
it. Lacy, you see, again from a third person perspective, you just see yourself, you're holding, like reaching up, and you're just in this void of white. You can see you're dressed warmly, and you're just eyes wide reaching up for something, but there's just endless white in all direction. And that's what you see.
Oh man, that's not good.
As you guys wake up from these on your first day, probably your first day of not unpacking construction.
Lacy still has boxes. She hasn't completely unpacked.
Yeah.
She never
sounds
unpacked
familiar.
to begin with. All she had to do was
Yeah,
move
right.
everything over.
Exactly.
And the seer stone is just glowing this white, kind of light, icy blue color.
Gosh, dang it.
So, what do you want to do?
Amanda's been in the study just reading all morning.
What put you in study?
Yay!
Because I can do that.
Haha! One suddenly text message to call a meeting in the living room.
You have the text, we're all here.
It's better
But
than
wait,
yelling
what
across the house.
Yep.
Actually, no.
We need to install intercoms, damn it. Or put a little flashing light in every room that we flip out going, we need to meet in a place to do things.
The force of habit.
Yeah, we're still getting used to all being together.
Yeah,
Right?
that.
It's actually like, wait, I could literally just walk and find them in the house.
Yeah. This is fine.
You're all meeting in the living room?
Yeah.
I bring the
Yeah.
stone with me.
Yeah. Boop. Oh, that doesn't work.
You can also
I-
hold Alt if you don't want to put yourself in the exact squares.
Eh,
That's interesting.
I put the rock on the coffee table.
It's still glowing slightly, but it's dimming. It doesn't seem to last very long.
I was sharpening blades, so I'm still sharpening a blade. Don't worry about it.
So,
Okay. The rock glowed again. Bad thing is coming, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
What'd you see?
A beam freezing and then falling, crushing about 3 people, and I believe it was the
I'm
grocery
pretty sure it's
store?
the
The general store thing.
Yeah, you're pretty sure. It's a little difficult because it was dark, but because you worked there, you're 99% sure. It's
Yeah.
the McCready's general store.
Yeah. So fairly certain general store shenanigans. Yeah.
I'm sure that's totally going to be fine.
I'm gonna guess what you saw wasn't exactly pleasant.
I don't have good feels about it, no.
Then again, what happened last time as far as with this stuff?
Well, this one was a bit different. I was reaching for something and there was nothing else around. I couldn't see anything except for an expanse of white.
Just, you were like kind of not standing on anything. You were just kind of like this, and just kind of floating in this white void.
She found the void.
Huh?
I explained that. I do exactly what Fluffy described.
Wait, you found exactly how to scream into the void.
He started screaming back. No one explained it.
Exactly.
I don't know what it means, but it can't be good if that thing started glowing again and you saw bad things happening at the grocers.
Mhm. Yeah, is it like is the overall like weather around this place these days like kind of cold?
Oh, yeah, it's January. There's snow on the ground. It is probably today. You can look on your phone. Probably a high of 21.
Okay,
Oh
well,
yeah.
Low of 4. It's supposed to start getting cold in the middle of this week, and this where it's kind of starting to drop down.
Mm.
I mean, you're living here as long as you have, and as long as a lot of you have, you're used to the. You're not liking it, but you're aware of it. It usually gets cold here.
Right. Forgot this was perfect trench coat weather.
Cold? What is this cold you speak of?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. So what we have is a mysterious bit of ice crushing people and reaching for something in the void.
In a very large void of white.
Void of light specific.
So let's just be careful and figure it out before the beam collapses, or maybe you can warn your boss that something might be wrong.
Also, Amanda,
Hmm?
do you think you'll have any books like involving like a history of ice-related accidents, something along those lines?
I can look.
And also,
Okay.
you say warn our boss, Lacy, like he'll listen to us.
No, bosses listen to you guys. Why?
No.
Well, considering my cousin was in town at some point in the past, which I'm not entirely sure, and lost all her baggage in the airport.
Yeah.
That was a bad day.
Fair, but he was
Also-
pissed.
He
My
did
bosses don't ever seem to be pissed at me.
You work at a place where they accept donations to give to other people. Not exactly what you would call a cutthroat business.
So,
Depends
what
on
all,
how you look at it.
what all is it within vague walking distance of this house?
Well, there's Amanda's old house.
Mhm.
I'd say you're not close, but not too far from like where the general store and all that are. May not comfortable walking distance given the cold, but you could definitely walk there and make it there within 20 minutes at most.
Mm,
When he's wearing a trench coat, it's always comfortable walking distance in a cold.
yeah.
Depends on the material.
Very thick.
Amanda
material.
seems fine. She's just wearing like a light sweater.
Fair.
Alright, I guess I can walk down the general store, like, scout out the place. Just, I don't know, convince the boss I left something in the back room or something.
Maybe.
What else? Think the crypto would have anything on this thing?
I don't know, maybe.
What information has he not been able to go so far?
You know what? Fair. Alright, well, if I was to check that out, I'm just gonna go ahead. He goes upstairs and fetches a trench coat.
Oh my god.
Fetches like
Which you can
At
tell
least
is
he's
different
starting a
because
pot
this
of
is not the
coffee.
one that has a bunch of arcane symbols on it.
Well, why not? I'm sure the crypto guy would love that.
I guess
But
I'll
he's
go
walking to the general store.
I'm sure the boss would love that.
Alright, so you walked in the general store. As you're walking, anyone else do anything?
I guess I'll go check the library and see if there is anything on this.
Roll investigate mystery, but because you're using the lore library, you get +1.
Which one is that?
Can I
That's
help?
sharp. Go ahead. Roll plus cool. I believe it is. For
No.
plus cool for her, and then plus sharp.
No matter what you roll, it's gonna
that-
matter.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Holy
Oh
mother
damn.
God.
Rolled
You have
2
misplaced
ones.
almost half of your books, even though they're sitting right in front of you.
Well, let's see. For basic moves, because I don't think I've ever had you guys fail mark experience, mind you.
Yeah. I rolled 2 ones, man.
Ooh, snake.
Snake
Throw
eyes.
those dice away!
No.
I can't find the rest of mine because my kids took the rest.
Oh
These are the
no!
only 2 d6s I have right now. I'm
Fox
sorry.
needs more dice.
Oh no!
Fox needs more dice. Orders about 10 sets of
Oh
dice,
god,
don't worry.
I rolled
You-
again
use
just
roll
to
20.
test. I rolled again and it was a 4, so no, these are gonna go well.
Use roll 20.
Quick, someone send them a rubber chicken foot.
Yes. And 10 sets of dice.
Okay. Well, you look through your library looking for ice-related accidents. There is nothing there.
Okay. I tried.
I mean, maybe if you had more, like, exact details on what you're looking for, you might be able to find something, but as of right now, going off of just white void and ice accidents, you get nothing.
Yeah.
I can always check the back room at the thrift shop, see if there are any new books there.
Yeah, man, I might go check out the bookstore, which I still haven't come up with a name yet, but it's there.
Alright. So you guys...
Nothing is noble. There's the name of the bookstore.
You guys walk off, both walk, leaving now Jay alone in the house.
Interesting. I did not have a plan for this.
He probably likes it when everybody's gone.
Yeah. So let me zoom into the board real quick because I zoomed out so I can see everything. He's just gonna kind of move into the dining room, and he has several guns sitting on the dining room table, and he's just taking them apart, putting them back together, cleaning them, and everything else.
Okay. Make sure in working condition.
I mean, if he leaves any grease or anything like that on the table, Amanda's probably going to kill him, but, you know.
Okay. We'll start with Lucien, because he's the one who left first.
Yeah.
So you've entered McCready's.
hmm
You see your boss kind of... 'cause this is on a Sunday, so you're not on a working day.
Mm.
Sees you enter, just kind of... He gives you a bit of a nod, because it's a general store, so most of the people who work here also shop here.
Yeah.
Not out of the ordinary.
Ew, work where you shop.
The nearest Walmart is an hour away, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
15 minutes in either direction. There's one. Right
Yeah.
between two of them.
Soon.
so,
The Walmart invades.
but yeah. So he's gonna ask his boss if it's okay. I'd like to check the back rooms because he think he left something back there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. Okay. We'll go into the back rooms and try to scout the location where people will get crushed eventually, maybe.
It wasn't the back
It was on
room.
the sales floor.
It wasn't sales floor.
Oh.
It was they were stocking the shelves
Oh, okay.
and things.
Okay,
Things
so
knocking the shelves down.
In which case, keeping an eye on that.
All right. Roll investigate a mystery.
What plus is that?
Plus sharp.
That's a fucking fail.
No,
That is,
why?
Rolling terrible.
I used the wrong set of die. Let's see, in sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's like 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
Because you're not
Drag.
using books. You reveal some information to a monster or whoever you're talking to.
Ooh.
So, as you're kind of staring up at the ceiling, trying to find out which beam is going to fall, you hear a voice behind you.
Hmm.
Hi, what are you looking at, you little fucking bastard?
What the hell? Not
And you
this
see-
accent again.
You see Walter.
Walter!
Have you ever noticed how there's an odd number of beams on the ceiling?
Yes.
His just eyes narrow at you, this crotchety fucker.
Walter doesn't like you, Lucien, just saying.
Oh, I'm aware.
I'm watching you.
Oh, I'm sure it's you.
Fucking creepy old bastard. What?
Now, I have things to do. Hail Satan and have a wonderful evening. Or day, or whichever is at the point. And he just walks off.
Wow! Wow!
So now Walter's suspicious about what you're doing.
We'll make sure he's under a beam if it falls.
Morally gray. Unfortunately, yeah, you don't find. You can't even pinpoint which one's gonna fall based on this perspective because you were like up against it, looking kind of down. So it's hard to.
My question is, can you see what items are on the shelf?
It's pretty low light. Only the emergency lights were on.
Which means the power is going to go out at some point.
Well, I mean, there was ice, and it's getting cold, so...
Yeah.
To be expected.
Yeah, we don't exactly have the best power lines here. They're all above ground, too. Who does that?
Oh.
So
Hi, welcome to Small Town.
we're gonna go next to Amanda, and you go to the bookshop. You see the owner. Any particular person you want? Type of person?
Not particularly.
Alright.
Make something up for me.
Hello. What are you looking for today, my dear?
Oh, good God. I'm going to be working for this person. So
It's a small lady. She probably is about 4.5 feet tall.
oh, no.
She's a little old lady.
Aspire, why?
What are you looking at?
And
What are you looking for, my dear?
she's got kind of like the bifocals, where you can see there's the little lens inside of it. And little chains kind of run along, and she it's like a dangle around her neck. And she looks up and she goes, "Hello.
Hi.
How are you?"
I'm good. I was wondering, do you have any books on ice-related accidents or anything like that?
That's kind of a dark subject, isn't it?
Yeah, I like to study all kinds of different things.
Okay.
You know, it makes sense with her degree.
She takes this fairly large kind of ledger and kind of starts going through it. There's a fair decent amount of books here. It's not like not as much as the library, mind you, but whatever shelf space is in this tiny little shop has been taken up, and the books are kind of almost like wedged in.
Allow me to remedy this.
Steals all the books.
Roll investigate mystery. See if you can find the book you're looking for.
Please roll something decent.
Again.
That's not better. That is
Really?
That is a 6.
Mark experience.
God damn it.
Roll with roll 20.
I don't
I'm-
know how to use roll 20 very well.
I'm sorry, I'm not seeing one on ice accidents. I'm
Alright.
anything else I can help you with?
Do you have any job openings?
I mean, I could always use helping people finding books and such.
Couldn't even help her find a book but me.
Can I apply for that job?
Sure, and she kind of reaches down and she pulls out a small folder
Fit the jars out here so you're lucky.
and she hands you an application.
Alright. I'll probably fill it out there. Since I'm already
It looks pretty outdated, but it is a valid application nonetheless.
there.
Oh, would you look at that? Copyright 1991. Oh, God.
Copyright 1961.
I was about to say.
I was about to go worse. I was about to say, oh, look, copyright 1912. Oops.
So we're gonna go to Lacy.
Hello.
You're entering your thrift shop that you work at. All right. So you enter in Life's Treasure. You see the normal purple that kind of work these. You run into it every so often, but you work mostly the weekdays. None of them. They acknowledge you, but they don't like stop you from walking around because you do work here.
Mm-hmm. And I'm charming. They don't mind me.
What are you looking for?
Looking for any books or anything else like weird that might pertain to this. It is a thrift shop, so I would imagine that we get a whole bunch of weird junk that either gets tossed out or passed off to somebody else.
Just roll me investigate a mystery and see if you can find any books. It's not necessarily find information like asking questions. This is a matter of if you can find the books that could potentially help you.
Right. This is plus sharp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we are just having the best rolls right now.
What's your roll?
Rolled a 6.
Arc experience.
This is the
No.
experience round, man.
Or everyone will level up. I guarantee it.
Oh, look, don't worry. It's not like anybody's lives are on the line or anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Unfortunately, no books on voids or ice accidents.
Great. I don't want to go to the crypto.
Why not? You scared of it?
This is just going so fucking well.
I mean, I thought it was.
Look, we had way too good of luck last time, so you know.
Apparently, yeah.
So, after a while, all three of you return. You don't see Jay as you guys enter, but you can probably hear him
Shit. He'll come back, Kane.
working on the working in the dining room. It seems like.
Okay, I must accept that candy cane is lost forever.
Goodbye, Candy King.
No, it fell on the ground and it just fucking disappeared.
You have a void in your floor.
Apparently so. Either that or it fell into the trash bag right next to my desk, and even then, it's gone. It's gone. I mean, I know it's wrapped in plastic and shit, but it's gone. I'm not digging in that.
I'm about to say you don't feel like digging in it.
Oh. Now that you guys have all returned, what's your plan now? You can hear Jane here.
I found the dice bag. I'm pulling out new dice. I've
Yay!
already lost several dice, but I'm gonna find new ones.
I found nothing. So maybe it is nothing. Maybe it's just a freak freeze.
Well, we ran into Walter today.
You
Oh,
ran
God.
into Walter. How is
Yeah.
Walter?
I don't know. He still hates me.
Oh, so you still
Probably didn't help that I hailed Satan right before leaving him.
Oh my god.
Why do you do this?
Because
nobody likes Walter.
Why?
he
Walter's
already
very
thinks
nice to
it.
me.
Yeah, but he already thinks that of me. If I deny it, he will be satisfied. This way I can be like, fuck you!
Oh,
I mean, we all hang out with him. He's gonna eventually think we're all part of his cult.
Let me go fetch some robes.
Life treasures. Here we go.
about that time, Jay would probably be dining room. You know, wait over this way. Oh, okay, you moved him.
Yep.
Meanie, I was moving him.
Oh, that's much better
Sorry.
rolls on these dice. Okay.
He comes out. He's just finishing wiping down a gun. You know, it's like, so. I'm assuming there's a big old bust there as it was here.
Yeah. I have a job now.
That's good. Now, there's 4 of us to pay the bills. That's good.
Yeah. I realized there was an odd number of beams at the top of the store. You ever notice that?
Sure,
Yeah,
why not?
I did. You tend to start counting the weirdest things when you're done doing everything with a couple hours left.
Yeah.
This is fair.
Ultra sunrise monster.
Speaking of the story, we probably
Do
need
we
to
know
be making
what-
a list. It's supposed to get cold.
Yeah. What day was this happening on? Do we actually know?
If you had to guess based on Lucien's premonitions in the past, it's probably going to end up sometime tonight.
I'm watching you, Fox. I heard what you said,
Ultra sunrise.
and I heard you open that can. It draws into the darkness.
Can we? I'll wait till he gets back, but I'm gonna ask Lucien if he can get us into the store or not.
We can go to the store.
Not when it's closed.
Let's go to the beach.
Well,
I don't want to catch
I'm
It
assuming it's
sounded
not
like
a
it was still
24-hour
open with the-
store, is it?
No. It closes around, I would say, 8 or 9.
Yeah.
that sounds about right.
And then they kind of
Oh, that
restock.
early?
That's a small town for you.
Small town, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah, I was say, considering where I work, it closes at midnight.
Or when I lived in Alaska, man, everything was closed by 9 o'clock.
Fair.
Yeah. Most things close around here around 10, give or take, 10:30, depending on the store. But
Yeah.
there are 24 hours things, of course. But
Like Walmart.
I mean,
Hmm,
technically
what
speaking, Lucien and Jake may potentially be able to get you guys in.
It
Well,
still
we do.
sounded like it
Also-
was open.
Yeah, but say why were you?
And does return.
Welcome back.
But most of the stuff
When are you
happens
gonna get back?
like really late at night. That's my concern.
Yeah, it
Well,
was.
then why would there be so many people in there?
There were employees.
There's a graveyard shift all the time.
3 people stocking the shelves, cleaning up,
They have to bring it. They have to get
get ready for next day.
deliveries and things. Sometimes get delivered at night.
Well, I can find a way to get you guys in.
Can we do so legally? Is the question.
Finally.
not.
At that moment, he goes back into the dining room, and you hear him on the phone with the boss asking if he could work the graveyard shift tonight. Pretty much volunteering to come in and help stock the
Yeah.
shelves.
He seems taken aback. First off,
I need the
Who
money.
the fuck
I
wants the graveyard shift?
need the extra money.
We did just buy a house.
Yeah.
fair. Yeah, that is setting you guys back quite a bit. You had to dip into some funds.
Well, to be fair, Lucien kinda had a fund dedicated to this house, but I digress.
Yeah. It's a decent sized house, so it is a little expensive.
Yeah.
And you did do some major renovations to a few
Now-
parts of it.
Now,
Yeah.
out of character, this is not something the real Jay would do.
Yeah.
No, fuck
If
that.
if the real Jay was asked by a manager, he might quite possibly tell them to, nah, you can shove it, bye.
So, he says, sure. I mean, he has some extra funds per week, and he could, more help stocking is always useful. So yeah, you are now working the graveyard shift tonight.
Working. Somebody's got to be in there to unlock the door and undo the alarm.
Mm-hmm. Do we also, those of us who work there, do we know the people that usually work the graveyard shift, or does it kind of rotate?
It kind of rotates, but it's usually the same amount of people that it rotates between.
I'd assume they'd be leaving as we're coming in. Because that's generally, as far as even where I work, that's generally how it works. People come in the morning, and the people who work that night shift are usually leaving about that time.
Yeah.
Well, knowing that, would I be able to identify who I saw in their vision?
Like I said, it was dark.
Alright.
You couldn't
Unfortunately,
even tell it was on the shelves.
I mean, you got a pretty detailed look at everything. Well, nothing was like foggy, but it seems like the lights had gone out. Other than emergency backup.
Well, okay.
Which, I mean, normally they do turn off some of the lights anyways, but they usually have enough that people can actually see what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So, anything you guys wish to do before entering in the McCready's at night?
Well, I guess we would have time to go down to the crypto.
It's only probably
I'm not going.
noon.
I'll go with
Scary
you.
cat.
It is a pretty long distance out because it is kind of basically on the edge of town, right as the road as you first come in.
Yeah.
So Amanda and Lucien are going to visit the Cryptarch.
Yeah.
Starting to get ready to head in for said shit.
Question: can either Lucien or Amanda drive? Or are you gonna have to get a ride there in some way?
I mean, I'm sure Lucien would have. Yeah. I mean, Lucien would probably at least have a permit, but he's been walking everywhere.
Okay. So are you gonna walk all the way, or are you gonna find a bus, or are you gonna try to see if Jay will let you borrow his car?
They're not touching the
Yeah, we would know
not
not to
touching the
touch the
Okay.
precious automobile.
I guess we're taking a bus.
Riding on the bus.
car. He'll toss Lucien the keys to the truck.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You're not
Okay,
touching my car.
okay. This is fine.
You guys drive along in the fairly beat up pickup truck.
It serves the purpose. It's fine.
Yeah, get you from point A to point B.
It saved us once.
Yeah.
Fair. So you guys
Just my
drive
truck.
up and enter in, and it's familiar sights and smells. You see Ned Adams sitting there,
He loves us.
kind of half asleep at the moment, but he kind of wakes up as soon as the bell rings, kind of. Oh, hey! Welcome to the Crypto Inn. How can I help you? Again.
Well, may I have a weird one for you? I think you're fairly knowledgeable on certain creatures, right?
Yes.
How many are you aware of that have something to do with ice?
Roll investigate a mystery.
Vanilla Ice.
Woo! That's investigate with sharp.
Mm-hmm.
What is my sharp? My sharp is a 1. Okay, so that is an 8.
All right. So you hold 1. You want to ask? You're asking what sort of creature is it?
Yes.
And he starts kind of. Again, this is based on what his knowledge is. He kind of goes, kind of flips through a book. And he's looking through it. There's a few possibilities. Like a Yeti. There potentially. There's different. Some think it's just like a Bigfoot. Some also think it has some power over cold. There's elementals. There's spirits. Honestly, if I had to guess, the strongest one would maybe be some sort of depends on what you're talking about.
Hmm.
Did you describe what you about something breaking because of ice?
Mm-hmm.
If I had to, I would say it's probably not a spirit. Best guess a Yeti or some sort of elemental.
I swear to God, if it's a fucking Yeti.
Well, it gives me a little more information to try to research
Well,
again.
you think a Yeti would make more sound that's hanging from the rafters?
It's a Yeti, not a monkey.
Hey, to be fair, people have confused a gorilla for Bigfoot.
Fair.
Yeah,
To be fair.
this is fair. They do have big feet, though, so I can understand.
Fair. And very long arms.
So, you now have that information.
You wouldn't happen to have any books about either the Yeti or elementals we could look at?
Yeah, and he kind of walks in kind of toward small little bookshelf he's got, and kind of pulls a few books out and hands them to you.
Okay.
They're fairly, as he comes over, kind of dust them off.
Yeah.
Not a lot of traffic here,
Yeah.
especially now, because during this part of the winter, traveling down that road can be dangerous.
Yeah. Fucking ice, man. Especially when it goes dark.
So yeah, you have a few more books to add to your lore library.
Hmm. And is he letting us borrow these, or are we straight up buying them?
You can buy them or borrow them, whatever you wish.
Ah, Amanda,
What?
you think? Do you want to keep these books?
Oh my god.
Duh.
Okay, we are buying the books.
All right, that will be. These are there are 3 books in total.
$493.63.
$20.
All right, that's fair. He'll hand over the money.
You're a little low on funds, but you do have enough for this.
Okay.
So,
Just enough.
I'll pay you back.
Okay.
you probably can't
You can-
spend a whole lot more money, but you have enough still that
Yes.
you're not going to be worrying
Probably
about
need to gas up this truck before we bring it back.
Yeah, she'll probably be reading them on the way back.
Alright.
Motion sickness. Oh!
Surprised that doesn't affect her.
Fair. All right.
So you're reading, which one in particular are you reading? There's one on Yetis, there's one on elementals, and there's one on ice phenomenon.
Should probably start with the ice phenomenon one.
Okay.
Phenomena.
Num num num.
Phenomena.
Roll investigative for me.
Phenomena.
See if you can get any.
That is a 12. I'll take
You
it.
get to
There you go.
Oh my god, it's 10 more than your low roll.
You have to hold a 2. This will be a little difficult, but you can ask kind of like what happened here, what sort of creatures, what can it do, what can hurt it, where did it go, what was it going to do,
Where
what
did you come from? Where
concealed
did you
here.
go?
I can say you can I could probably answer with that book like what is it going to do, and what either what can it do or what is being concealed here.
I'll probably ask both. No, what can it do, I guess?
What can it do? You have one more question. What can it do? What is it going to do? What can it do? And what is it being concealed here?
I guess we already know what it's going to do, so what's being concealed?
So, as for what can it do, it's you're looking at various you see some pages of like weird ice phenomenons, and it seems like various metals, or woods, or stones can be even in some cases wood, if it's cracked enough, can be broken because of the ice. Freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing. It's usually not rapid. It's usually over time. But most materials seem to, depending on their construction, can fall to this. As for what's being concealed here, you notice one. There's like an article you see that it's more of like a cliff note, kind of like in the top right of one of the pages. It's almost small enough that you just kind of would bypass it, but you end up scanning over it and you see a note of a store pipe, or like a pipe, not a store, but like a pipe in a household actually shattering overnight and causing the boiler to rupture. Killing everyone on the first floor that were closest to us and injuring the rest in the household. There was a total of 2 deaths, 4 injuries.
Okay.
So most materials can be affected by it, and it can be pretty dangerous depending on what's affected.
Okay.
Alright, so you two make your way back, and... Lacy, what have you been doing? You and Jay alone in the house.
Yeah. What she have been doing? Probably a mix of just making sure the infirmary's set to go because she's got that bad feeling in the back of her head. And then also maybe double checking Amanda's lower library just in case they missed something.
Yeah. Going through the library, you're going through the same books and all, we're getting nothing there at the moment.
Yeah.
You're looking through your. You said it was a false wall. What do you
Yeah.
do to open it?
She probably consulted somebody else on how the false wall should be built because she's not good at the false wall thing. She just knew it had to be hidden.
Okay.
I wonder who was consulted about a false wall, considering the garage is full of them.
Okay, so Jay,
Yes.
how will this false wall in the basement open?
One of the basement would have been done a little bit differently so that the part that would open would be more like a door.
Mhm.
It'd pretty much be a push it in to release a locking mechanism so that the door would pop open.
So you kind of have to push the right brick.
Yeah.
And I assume you place it up enough so it's not.
I wouldn't really say brick because I wouldn't have used brick.
Oh, it's like probably a wood finish, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's probably a certain plank, and I imagine it's high enough that no one can actually lean into it.
Yeah.
But it's easy enough that even Lacy can reach Amanda.
It's easy enough if because Amanda's the shortest of us, right?
I think so.
How tall is Amanda?
I think I had her be like 5'2". She's not that tall.
Okay. It's high enough to where if she's hurt and she's, in human form, not wolf form, obviously, that if she's, reaching for it, she could be like that and just be able to hit it. As far as easy enough.
Okay. So you can reach up and push this small portion of the plank that doesn't seem to have any... doesn't look out of place, but if you don't know where it is, you don't know where to push. And the wall kind of you can just kind of push it in. And you can shut it and lock it from the inside. So once you enter in, you can kind of shut it. It still looks like a basement. And inside you...
service in there.
It's basement, so
Very
cell
bad.
service is probably not the greatest.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah. But there are, I believe... let's see, just make sure... Because there's an actual thing for this. There's 2 beds, currently, comfortable beds and enough supplies to... including some IV bags and such like that. There's a cabinet of I imagine different medicines that you could acquire legally.
Illegal.
You don't there are some controlled substances and something like that, like morphine and something like that you don't have access to.
Right. Which sucks, but it's gonna have to do.
But if you need it, you have to find some way to getting it.
I can be quite convincing when I want to be.
Alright, so as you're down there, you're checking everything, making sure everything's able to service. You hear the truck pull up into the garage.
I'll run back upstairs.
Alright. Amanda comes in, still reading the one book, or are you holding all 3 books?
I'm holding all 3.
Okay.
So you did have some.
And...
Okay, Ruby.
Rudolph is now subscribed.
Regift! A panda with a present.
Thank you for subscribing.
At this point, given travel time, it's probably around dinner time at this point.
If we go to the fridge, which I'm fairly certain Lucien made one hell of a donation to.
Yeah. We had a lot
Help
left.
me eat this food.
You were responsible for it, so now you must help eat.
There's a lot of hummus.
A lot of hummus.
I can imagine there's probably some like leftover lasagna or whatever Lacy's mom made sure as their first month. They're taking.
Amanda probably just cooks randomly.
So you have a probably a mixture of whatever's in the fridge essentially, or is Amanda cooking?
Sure, Amanda will cook.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are looking through, you see Amanda start preparing and make some meal.
Play some Saw.
Yes. So you guys eat, and Jay, you are
Getting ready to go.
ready to go.
Unfortunately.
House mom for the win.
So, how are the other 3 getting there? Are they hiding? Are you bringing them with you and hiding them, or are they going to come there after? Because the 3 of them got to sneak in. You don't.
Sneak again is a unnecessary word because again, it pretty much turn off the alarm and unlock the door from the inside.
Stealthy.
I always told to not be caught by other employees.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to be honest, half the time, graveyard shift employees at a grocery store really don't give a damn.
Fair, but this is a small town where people talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these guys
Lacy's
are
not
usually
gonna
asleep.
enjoy that.
These guys
This
are
is
usually
also-
asleep.
This is also fair.
Just when this happened, they were
Yeah.
working, so they were up.
Exactly.
Yeah. They sleep in the morning.
They sleep during the day until they have to go into work.
They're vampires.
Exactly.
Basically.
You've learned the secret of the grocery store.
Unless you're a parent,
Yeah.
then you're up almost 24/7. But still.
Yeah.
So, are you
Yeah,
driving them with you, or are you, or are they walking?
Well, I think we decided there's like a little back portion of the truck, not the actual back of the truck, obviously, but there's like the really small seats in the back of it. I think we determined, maybe.
Like an
Remember.
old school truck. I know
Yeah.
what you're
Yeah.
talking about. My
Yeah.
uncle has one of those.
Yeah.
So you guys drive up. You park in the kind of the behind the store where you would normally have to, where the employees would park. Enter in, turn off the alarm. You see there's currently 3 other employees that have just clocked in. As you clock in. And they don't always say much, they just kind of just start going about their job. They're awake, but only because they're used to this.
Yeah.
They're on
But-
autopilot.
Yeah, they just... This is their job, and they're just like... They want to do it and get it done with.
I have my jacket hood up, so I'm not easily recognized.
I guess
Lucien,
they're probably not paying attention.
Lucien, what's your what are you wearing? Your armor trench coat or your normal trench coat?
Normal trench coat.
Okay.
Also, I would have
Are
asked them to bring
security
us...
cameras here?
No, not anymore.
No?
I imagine there
There
cameras.
There were cameras.
Oh, there were cameras.
There were.
What'd you do?
I would have assumed I would have went up to the security room and probably cut them off, or put them on the loop. Let's roll to see as far.
Yeah,
as
let's
what do I need to
roll. Let's see. For
Let's see,
you,
what do I need to roll?
roll.
What does the former criminal have to? What does the criminal have to roll to turn off cameras?
Roll plus sharp for me.
That okay? Let me see. I gotta pull that up. Oh, +2.
This is going to be a burglar.
11.
All right, so you get to pick 3. Get in undetected, get out undetected. You don't leave a mess, or you find what you're after.
Find what I'm after.
Okay.
Don't leave a mess and get out undetected, because I already got in undetected.
You did, but your friends haven't.
But this was as far as to make sure, as far as cutting off the alarm and everything, wasn't it? Well, not the alarm, but the cameras and stuff.
You can cut the cameras and they're undetected. But if you don't have to get in undetected, they might get caught in the camera as a brief.
Screw it.
You're not really looking for anything.
Find what I'm looking for. Get in undetected and get out. Well, yeah.
We're not necessarily looking for anything.
You could have already put the camera on loop, and then you just have to worry about the other people there.
That's true. Get in undetected, get out undetected, and not leaving a mess. Maybe.
Okay.
Depending on
Yeah,
things
that.
start flying.
I don't think we can.
You
prevent
yourself
the
home
mess.
with it, man.
Yeah, we won't leave a mess. They will. It
So-
will.
Well,
That will.
to be fair, this is done before. That would probably be a thing done at noon.
So you guys enter in your things to Jay texts you when to enter in. It's easy enough to avoid the 3 employees in the shop because it is a fairly decent sized general store, and because there's no one else there, you can hear their footsteps pretty easily and then kind of avoid and sidestep them.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
It's like every other aisle is lights are like almost like a checker pattern, kind of on and off, providing enough light that you can make stuff out. But it's save. They're trying to save money by not having all the lights on 24/7.
Yeah.
So, what do we do now?
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hmm,
Unfortunately.
I can scare him out.
You could, but how would that be explained?
I have other ways where they won't notice who I am.
Fair.
You guys, not too long after being there, maybe an hour at most, the power goes out.
That's not good. We should find them.
And you can see your breath currently.
Oh, this is fun.
We need to find them.
Pulls out phone, immediate flashlight mode.
Your flashlight, your phone is dead.
Oh. Oh.
Huh.
Oh.
Full on
Fluffy,
power
you
surge.
suck. Fluffy, you suck.
Well,
I have a feeling I know where you're going with this, and you suck.
Likewise, I have seen Ghostbusters, or Hunters.
Where?
Okay, so I guess we go and find the people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
You hear some people are like, you hear kind of shouting to her, like, "What happened? Why did the power go out?"
I'm sure it's just a power surge. Don't worry. Also, they might come on in a bit, but you know evacuation procedures. Power goes out, we gotta leave.
It's so fucking cold out there.
And unfortunately,
It's cold here,
it's going to get a whole lot colder in here. So
Roll, manipulate someone.
that's plus charm. Ah, I got it. Took +1. I took the +1 on the level up to charm.
Can I use my telepathy to assist with this?
If you want, roll help.
So this is going to be a +2 to my charm.
And since it's telepathy, that would technically be a weird roll, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
13.
6.
Oh.
7, 8, 9. And the help with a 9, so.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So yeah, you kind of implant that idea of I need to get out, and him saying it kind of ushers that in as well. So the three of them can get their jackets on, and you are the only ones now left on the sales floor.
Okay.
That was easy.
Uh,
We should go.
We'll probably stand somewhere that's not between shelves. For many reasons.
We should go.
You hear?
that's our cue to go to the produce area because there's nothing over there shelf-wise.
Except a beam that could fall down and hit us in the face.
We still need to figure out what it is here, because it could happen again.
Yeah.
So you guys make your way away from the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You watch as the center beam of this whole place just swings down as the whole thing kind of comes loose, crashing, hitting the center aisles. They all go.
Huh.
You hear the shattering of cans and glass.
Ooh. Bless you.
Many.
You don't see anything at the moment.
Can we go now, please?
It appears to be snowing outside pretty heavily at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And
Lacy,
as the air
unfortunately,
temperature is
cannot go yet.
lower.
Why not?
Do you want
Because
this to happen again?
Yeah.
No, but
Lacy,
Do you want to come back?
why?
we're going to be okay, Lacy. Lacy, deep breaths. We're going to be okay. Okay.
Calm.
We're going to be okay, Lacy. Take a deep breath.
I'm guessing we don't see anything.
No, not currently.
Not even me with my spooky ghost eyes.
Are you doing something?
What do you see with
Well,
your
no,
spooky
it's just I'm
ghost
talking
eyes?
the site, if it's spiritual in nature. Also, I did not mark down my harm. Okay, my harm is never reset. Everything is fine.
Let me just double check. You tell me what your
The site.
the site. You see invisible things, associate spirits, and magical influences. Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Are you just standing in the sales floor and waiting for something?
Uh,
Or are you guys leaving?
I'm keeping an eye out, seeing if there's.
You do
anything
mark
else.
experience, by the way, Drag.
woo, XP's.
Because you stopped them from getting crushed.
Yay.
I guess Lucian's gonna walk around, just keeping an eye to the ceiling, see if anything else is gonna fall.
Yeah. Amanda's doing the same. Probably on the opposite side of the store.
Amanda,
Mm-hmm.
you kind of, as you're walking, you slip.
Oh, jeez.
You kind of fall down, kind of. You realize the whole floor where you currently are is ice.
Oh, lovely. Going to carefully get back up and just kind of be careful over here.
Who else has gone with Amanda? So
I guess Lucien
you
kind of went to the other side, yeah, so...
Yeah, you guys kind of split.
I guess I'll go with Amanda as long as Lacy sticks with somebody. We don't need her panicking alone.
She's hiding
She still wants to
underneath the
leave.
fruit. Like, she's underneath one of the stands.
She's like hiding underneath where like the oranges and everything. She's like, nope.
Lucien, as you're kind of now rounding toward the front of the store, you see a yellow light outside the store, and just there's this snow kind of swirling as the wind's kind of kicking up at this point.
Are we in the middle of a freaking blizzard or something?
Not necessarily. It seems pretty just like there's a lot of wind, and it is snowing, and that snow is just kind of kicking around at this point. It's pretty, a lot heavier than it should have been probably tonight, from what you last heard. But also the temperature has dropped lower than what you expected, especially inside of a building.
Yeah, fuck it. Calling for an evacuation plan. Get the fuck out of here? Maybe? Possibly.
Is it?
No one can hear me, Ken. Yeah,
You
that's
shouting that?
yeah.
The rest of you all hear Lucien shouting, "We need to get out of here!" Basically.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I've been saying!
And Jay and
going
Millie,
to
you're
go out in that.
Yeah, Jay, you guys can now see the front. You don't see the lights.
Oh.
Well, we see the snow as far as
Yeah.
whipping around the way it is.
And there's
So
this
you're gonna-
frost now gathering on the glass.
So you're going to leave in here to go out in that.
You notice how really fucking cold it is in here?
Do you notice how cold it probably is out there?
Do you want to go into the little windstorm that's happening in the front of the store?
I'd
Plus-
rather go out in that than stay in here.
Plus, I'm pretty sure... Look at the windows.
Yeah, they're kind of just the frost.
Guys!
Can we
Okay,
even-
fuck it. Penguin mode. Engage! No. I don't know.
Penguin mode.
You know how penguins huddle in blizzards?
They just waddle everywhere.
Yes. We as humans start waddling. It's fine.
Where are you waddling to? There's the
Do we
back
know,
door
like-
where you came in,
I guess go check.
and there's the front door which is locked, but is currently icing over.
Yeah, I guess back door.
Jay, Amanda, what are you doing?
Making sure Lacy's getting the hell out, wherever the hell she
Yeah.
ended up.
Yeah.
Without
She's
slipping
already
on
headed
the
back
ice.
to the back door.
Without slipping on the ice. Hopefully.
Alright, so Jay, Amanda, as you guys start going back their way, you hear the shattering of the glass in the front as it all comes darting inwards. If you hadn't moved, you probably would have been getting hit.
Ooh.
And the snow is now kicking inwards now as the wind's now blowing in.
Fun.
This is running to the back door now.
Listen, you see that yellow light kind of now entering in.
Huh.
The snow is kind of swirling inwards and around in the store now.
Yeah, it's time
So
to
does
go.
anyone else notice the bright glowing light?
No.
Lucien, stop looking, stop imagining things and run.
Just come on.
Fine.
Right?
If that thing is close to me, I'm fucking zapping it.
Okay.
Whatever
See
you
you guys.
say.
get to the back and you enter your truck.
Mhm.
The other ones are kind of in their cars at the moment. When you hear them, just complaining about the cold, and none of their cars are on. They're just kind of sitting in their cars.
Can we start the truck? Wait. Oh no.
Try start the truck.
Yeah.
Roll act under pressure.
That's plus cool, correct?
Yep, and +1 because driver.
Alright, so that is +2. Okay, let me move all my dice from the tray. And then grab 2 of them. I'm okay with that. That is a 9.
9. All right. So
I rolled a 6 and a 1, +2.
So we should make sure the others get out of here too.
Mm.
They're gonna get stuck here.
But suddenly, can I see all of them?
you can see all the other people. Yeah, they're currently in their cars. Seems like they're
Can
all
I-
trying to start.
Oh, they're all trying to start the car?
They're trying to start their cars, and the cars, and you hear Jay's kind of, and the car's trying to start. As you rolled a 9 act under pressure.
When an engine gets cold, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it is way below 0 at this point.
Oh, yeah, well, that, and also apparently this thing has knocked out a bunch of electrical, which means the battery may not be doing its job right now. Is that how electricity works?
Get a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Oh no.
The price to pay is you're going to have to try to fix this. So you're going to have to get out and open the hood and try to fix whatever's wrong,
Fuck it, man.
which could
Gonna try
which
to get
could-
the others.
put you in danger.
Yeah, where is this light currently for me?
You currently see it coming out the back door now. And the lines above you are now just, there's icicles just kind of building across the power lines.
Oh, that's fun. That's really fun.
Please? Why isn't the car starting?
We can't
Gets
leave
out
the
and goes to
others
lock.
here.
The whole engine is just like, you see there's ice building up inside of it.
Ah, this is fine. Fuck it, I'm gonna do a stupid. I'm gonna hop out the car and try to whammy this thing.
All right, in front of 3 people.
They
Jedi
didn't
mind
see
trick.
anything.
You see nothing?
Amanda can't see it. She can't really help.
Yeah, roll me kick some ass.
Yay! Weird powers activate. Fuck. Well, that was Snake Eyes on the roll. That's fun.
Oh.
Hey guys, we have a magical libraries next time. It's great.
Okay, so what happens is on a miss, you get magical backlash. You take 2 harm, ignore armor. You kind of focus on this light. You look a little weird to everyone else. Everyone who's seen you do this. And you just get this massive headache, and there's actually blood pouring out, like right here.
Ooh.
Lucien!
It's fine. Just a mild aneurysm. Everything's okay. Can I try leading this thing away? Or does it seem to be following someone specific?
It doesn't seem to be following anyone specific, but at this point, Jay, as you're working,
Mm-hmm.
the power line's kind of.
Oh shit.
Move!
Okay.
Roll.
Do we all need to
Well,
move?
act under pressure. Is currently Jay's the one that's currently exposed to this.
Okay.
And that's plus cool.
This fire, roll plus cool
Yeah.
as you shout for help to help him.
Okay. Okay.
That is. It's actually a 12.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I rolled a 6 anyways.
All right, well you mark experience.
You had to say the number.
You do poke your head out to shout this, You take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
No ignoring armor, so you technically take none. But you do feel it. A nice chunk, whack, right in your shoulder. As Jay,
that would
you
be so much pain.
you kind of move as you watch Freddy. These icicles just pale and shatter across the ground.
Okay.
Oh no!
And as you get back to you get the car frozen, you shout someone to start the car, and it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do we do about the 3 people that are still there?
You're in a pickup truck.
I yell at them to get in the back. Then I'll go take them home.
Being cold and their car's not starting, they don't see it as a danger. They're just like, I'm cold and nothing's working in the store. I'm getting out. So yeah. So they hop in the back, and you drive away. In addition, you see that yellow light just kind of fade, and the snowstorm stops with it,
Huh.
and everything seems to kind of start warming up again. Still cold, but warming up again. As you guys take everyone home, and also return home.
I drag Lucien downstairs to the infirmary.
Everything is fine. Also, I guess I attempted to do a thing to make them not notice thing. Is that a thing I can do?
There's nothing for them to notice because you didn't really do anything.
Fair. I just suddenly ran out and why? No, he just had a mild aneurysm there. Okay, this is fine.
So you drag Lucien down into the infirmary. And if we look at the infirmary, I believe it's expert. It's just so you kind of tending to the as best you can because it is not a visual wound. You kind of give him some pain pills and all that. You heal 1 harm.
Yay!
Rusty, you'll probably heal the rest of the harm, but because you only heal 1 harm,
Okay.
you rest.
We need to figure out how to stop whatever the fuck that is.
I did not like that.
None of us can see it except Lucien.
Yeah. Do we still have that book on the elemental?
Yeah, I'll go take a look at that thing.
All right. Roll investigate mystery.
That's not bad, that's a 10.
Yay!
Okay. You get to hold, I believe, 3. Now you're reading from the elemental book. So technically you get a +1, but because you're in your lore library, but I don't think it matters because it just makes it an 11. So hold 2. What sort of creature is it? What happened here? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What is it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
Oh. Damn, what do we want to ask here? Do we want to know where it went?
Keep in mind you're reading from a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that if we want to know where it is, that's something Lucien could do because tune in is fucking magic and it's great.
Okay, can
He put the questions in the Roll20 chat.
So that should help you as well.
How many questions did we get?
2.
But
What,
probably what can hurt it would be a definite
what can
thing.
hurt it?
Yes. I mean,
What sort of creature is it, maybe?
yeah, I'd like more
Yeah.
specifics on that.
Okay. Looking in now, seeing that what was happening and all that, and Lucien described, this is a snow elemental.
Okay.
As for what can hurt it, snow elemental has no physical form. However, if you can see and hit its actual form, which is that by people who have described it as yellow light, those who could see it, It seems like we really need to be pretty close to see it, or have Lucian's fucking special eyes.
Okay, so
What
the
you
rest
see
of us
with
have to
your
get closer
special
to
eyes.
it, basically.
Yeah, because it was pretty far away. It was kind of like never gotten more than 15 feet closer to you guys because it was pretty slow.
Can it be hurt by like physical damage, or does it have to be
Not
magical?
physical, but it seems to be more magical. What damage is needed?
Great.
Amanda could probably like do distraction, runs around it, try to get its attention. She's not really a magical person.
I make 0 promises.
So we have a magic dude, a magic shotgun, and someone with a magic knife.
I mean, Amanda does have some extra speed, so she can move around it pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can
You
think
also-
of that she can do.
You also have a person who can make enchanted items for you, and I
True.
figured if it makes you like kind of like the sleeve, like the fingerless gloves, if you had those, that could affect your claws.
True. I could do that.
But you would have to either do a straight roll, or you could try to find 3 more items for him. Up to 3 more items.
Do we want to try to find items for him?
I mean,
You can get more coats done.
yes. Let's find some shit.
It's our list this time.
So you drive out now, or are you waiting in the morning? It's about 10 or so at night now. Actually, no, probably closer to 11:30 at night.
I should wait till
Lacy's in
morning.
bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a morning thing. But Lucien will tune into this thing before the
Roll.
comas happen.
Roll tune in.
6. That's a 9.
Alright. On a 9, you get hold 1. You get to ask one of the following questions. Where is the creature right now? What is it planning to do right now? Who is going to attack next, and who is it regards the biggest threat, and how can I attract its attention?
What is it planning to do right now?
You're kind of viewing through this thing now, and it seems like it's just in the forest, in like a bank of snow. It seems to be resting.
Interesting.
Okay, so we're safe for the night. This is fine.
Check on it in the morning.
Yeah.
So as you guys, you wake up in the morning, you guys are heading to, fuck. Words.
Only really like 1 or 2 of us need to go and then text the information to have people start looking, I guess.
So the list you get from him, and I will type it in the Discord chat for you. Or no, is it better for me to type in Roll20?
Probably because I can't really look unless I pull out my phone on
Okay.
Discord.
Alright.
Things easier.
I heard the Aspire yawn.
Yeah. It's okay.
Back of the Lawkeeper. Oh no. Jay!
Huh?
You need to go to your law enforcement friends.
Let's see.
Do you really think I need to?
It depends
Go to
on
your
if it wants an
hitman.
actual badge.
Go to your hitman and see what he has.
That's kind of where I was going with that.
Let's see.
I have fake ones, yes, but not. You know what?
This is fine.
Know any dancers in town?
We have a
I work
thrift
at
shop that may have ballet shoes.
For,
Yeah.
And for the final item,
Oh no. I have bad feels. It's okay.
no.
Ha.
That's easy enough.
Amanda's like, no.
Amanda just goes, no.
No, but she might be able to find another wolf.
Well, it's just.
But it might be
I
a
mean,
little bit of a wolf fight to get the fang.
Fair.
Well, there may be like a loose. Do baby wolves lose teeth?
But yeah, they would probably lose their baby teeth and get bigger ones. But does she know if there's any other wolves around?
And there are wolves that roam, even in the winter.
I will say this, one thing I do know for a fact about wolves is they don't like other wolves that are not in their pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, territory is a thing.
They really don't like it when you go near their babies.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Amanda, turn into a werewolf and bite this giant metal ball of steel.
No.
She just stares at you.
Alright,
I guess Amanda's gonna go searching for a wolf. Does anybody want to go with her?
Lacy's at work, man.
She works part-time. She only works like maybe 3 days.
I feel like Lucien wouldn't be working today with the whole.
Lucien and Jay you get a call in the morning that the general goods store is closed for a bit for repairs.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because
Okay.
the whole center roof has caved in, pretty much.
Oof.
So it's gonna take at
There wa-
least a several day.
Yeah.
Days.
As well as the whole... The generator is completely busted.
Oof.
I'm sure it's still gonna be a
Hashtag
priority, but
blame-
it's gonna take a while.
I blame Lucien.
And all the security footage has been corrupted from last night.
I wonder why.
I don't know how that could happen.
I'm sure it's fine.
Because apparently the software that it was recorded on, or the hardware it was being recorded on, completely froze over.
I don't know how that could happen.
He is... Your boss sounds confused, perplexed, and just
Pissed.
really, really pissed. But he's just like, I can't blame it on anybody. Yeah, because it's fucking weather, apparently.
Well, yeah, Lucien would be down to assist in the finding of wolf fangs and whatnot. So,
Wandering the forest.
I'm pretty
Alright.
do.
I'm pretty sure Lacy would have been texted. Hey, do you see if there's any ballet slippers or anything there at the store?
There's other kind of dancing shoes too. So
Tap
whatever
shoes.
you find, yeah.
There are boxes upon boxes upon boxes of old people things or children's stuff that isn't used anymore. Like,
So there's a flock of oxen. Gotcha.
Yes.
nice reference.
I love that sound effect. That was beautiful. Don't worry about it.
Also remember, guys, there's a use magic. There's also read a bad situation and protect someone. Are also things you can do as basic skills. However, for this, I think this would be act under pressure to find a wolf.
Okay.
Which one is that?
Are we both doing this,
Cool.
or?
Cool. Either one of you can roll,
Alright.
or both of you.
Well, my cool is at a flat roll.
Question is, could Lucien tune into a wolf?
No, only the
turns into
creature.
a monster. Yeah.
Oh.
Someone else can turn into a wolf.
I guess I'd be helping
I have to tune
if
into
you
a
wanna look, cause my...
Right, roll help out, which is also plus cool.
Okay. So
And that was twin sixes, so that's a 12.
Okay, yeah, there you go. That'll do it.
Good, 'cause I
You
rolled
set out
shit.
what you're going to do. You find, just kind of listening in between both of you, you find wolf tracks kind of near a almost, not a cave because it's kind of smaller, it looks like a den that's been burrowed, essentially. And you can hear the snarling around you.
Yeah, they're not happy we're here.
So,
How do we get this fang? We could force one?
Oh no.
It requires some
Roll
up
for
close and
initiative.
personal.
can I use telepathy to convince one or more of them to bring a discarded baby fang? If they would know where one was.
I swear to God, if you pull this off.
I don't even know if it's possible.
Well, telepathy is in the mind.
Yes, but I think they need to understand you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't understand. They're wolves. They're not trained.
Yeah.
But they are. They do come. Oh, 2, 3 of them kind of come rushing off in different directions. So, teeth bared. What do you do, Fox?
This is interesting.
Yeah, telepathy specifically reads people too, but
They're obviously kind of doing a threatening territory thing, huh?
Yep. You've stumbled across their home.
He's gonna full shift and stand underground and growl back.
Full shift.
Yeah.
So I get to use this image.
Grr.
We'll bring that to the token layer.
It's a wolfy.
Let me send that to the gym layer, and you're trying to like intimidate them, basically.
Yeah.
Rawr.
Roll me.
This is the first time you guys have seen her in a full form, too.
To be fair, it's just Lucien out here with her, isn't it?
Yep.
I thought Jay was with us now.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Just Lucien has popped out, and Lucien hasn't seen.
I'm currently attempting to get in contact with a certain hitman about a law badge he may have collected.
I think this would be still act under pressure.
Okay.
Which is plus cool normally, but I'm going to say because of the situation, because you're using your wolf form, I'll allow plus weird.
Woo!
Because you literally this is the weirdest thing you can do.
And that's a 14.
All right.
Hey.
Transform when you let out this howl. It's almost blood curdling, and all 3 of them just kind of skid to a stop and kind of ears back and kind of. They're not approaching anymore. They're just currently just standing there.
She's kind of standing her ground watching them. That's what she does, so I don't know what Lucien's doing.
Lucien, what are you doing?
How... I'm trying to think of how one could go about finding a discarded fang. Like, maybe do I see anyone that looks like he's lost one of them already? Or they?
Not one of the ones that are currently out, but you do know that there appears to be more, you do hear yips coming from inside of the den, essentially. Sounds like there are pups rather.
Oh no! Don't mess
Just
with
as
the
a
babies.
FYI, she probably can't talk to you all in this form.
No.
This is
But
fine.
She's full on wolf person. Thing.
Wait, but you're a person, so I can read your thoughts. Telepathy for the win!
But is she a person?
That I literally saw this person turn into a wolf. Clearly, they were a person beforehand, so I have no reason to think it wouldn't work.
That is
Fair.
So, Are you going to try to check the den for any discarded
Yes.
teeth?
I am going to check the den in a completely non-threatening manner and look for a discarded fang.
Yeah,
Alright.
she's ready to pounce in case they try to charge again.
Roll act under pressure. Currently, the wolves they're circling at this point. They're not getting any closer.
Alright, but that is cool. So that is a 9. That is a 9.
9. All right. Where's going to come hard choice or price to pay? There are no discarded teeth. One of them, you do see a pup, but one of its teeth does seem loose.
Ooh, no.
Rip.
Gonna hurt the pupoo, and the dogs are gonna get mad.
Yeah.
Price to pay.
Yeah. Can I put a hand out and let that specific pup get a smell of me?
Okay. You kind of hold your hand out. They're all backed up, but it kind of sniffs and kind of doesn't seem to know what to make of you, but it is seeing that you're not really being threatening and is currently just kind of sniffing.
Mm-hmm. Can I try distracting it with pets and try to carefully remove that loose tooth?
Okay. Roll act under pressure for me.
Okay. That's cocked. Okay, so that's a fail. That's a 5. I'm gonna get jumped.
You-
Like I said, Amanda's waiting to pounce.
You start kind of petting, and you think you got distracted. You pull the tooth, and you hear it.
Oh, fuck.
And as soon as they hear that, they all start darting forward. What are you gonna do, Amanda?
Guess Amanda's gonna try to tackle the nearest one and fight it.
All right, roll, kick some ass.
That is a 10 total.
All right, so you succeed. You can take one less harm. You can do one more harm. You can force them where you want them, or you can give +1/4 to yourself or another one. Or another hunter, rather.
Lucian's probably gonna need it, so I'll give him a +1 and do my thing.
Alright.
All right.
Because there's 2 other wolves I can't do anything about at the same time.
So you're kind of holding this now baby wolf tooth. You see Amanda in her wolf form has tackled one to the ground and is currently, but you took 1 harm, by the way,
Okay.
because they're not particularly tough, but you see 2 of them now coming at you, Lucien. What do you do? Do you just run? Do you what?
He is going to give the babu wolf an apologetic pet.
That's not gonna work. That's all you hear from
Trust me on this.
thoughts.
Yeah, and he's just gonna cautiously walk away, showing that the pupper is not all that harmed.
They're running
All
at
that
you.
harmed.
They're running at you. Hold up a minute.
They'll probably growl at me first.
Roll act under pressure.
Fucking hell. I'm apparently bad with wolves, even though I'm really good with them. That's a 4.
No.
Wait, 5 technically, because I got a +1 for that.
You try to reach. You try to back away, and they're not having any of it.
Yeah.
Both bite at you.
Yay.
This is a hard move because you failed. You take 2 harms.
Okay.
You want from each bite. And they kind of start trying to drag you to the ground. Amanda, what do you do?
I guess I'll try to pull them off of him. If I can.
How big are you in your wolf form anyways? Are you pretty big?
Probably.
Your wolf?
Probably larger than normal wolf, yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Because you're not really trying to do damage, you're trying to just get him away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Roll act under pressure plus weird for me.
That's an 11 this time.
Okay. So, how do you get him away? I'll allow you to describe this. Do you pull them away? Do you pull him away?
Could I technically, am I big enough to have him ride on my back?
Oh my.
I mean, sure. That's what you want.
Sure, I'll kind
I
of,
mentioned you're kind of like a dire wolf size, like almost like a horse-sized wolf.
yeah, I guess pull him off and just kind of try to pull him away from the situation and run.
So you kind of snap and bite the other two and kind of pull him away and basically lift him up and toss him onto your back, and he's now like laying on your back, hands dangling as you.
Wait, what?
Better hold on.
Whoop.
As the wolves are giving chase, roll act under pressure. However, plus weird and plus 1 because of your supernatural speed.
Yee. That's another 11 then with all the bonuses.
They just can't keep up. You are dodging through the trees and just like at a speed that is almost disconcerting to you. You're like looking around, you see tree.
Why the fuck did we use a car?
Because a giant wolf running through town is not a good idea.
Fair.
Eventually, you get to the edge of the forest. You can shift back and you can get back into town, and you have a wolf's fang.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry about the speed.
This is
And
funny.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine. His hair's kind of. I think that is where we will call it for tonight.
Okay.
All right.
Because so there's a person who needs to be at work, so fairly early.
Fairly early.
Don't know what you're talking about.
A couple announcements I have. Well, one announcement I have personally. Tomorrow, my session is still on, even though we're technically down to 1 player. However, we're not doing our normal session. We are doing her kind of custom campaign, custom world called Pine Valley. We're going to introduce some new players to that, and it's going to be a once a month probably thing, more than likely, that we go to that one. Because once a month, 1 player is guaranteed not to be there.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what character I'm going to end up playing. I know I had 2 characters in there. It'll either be my tiefling rogue with a pistol, carry on, or it'll be my my kobold with a pipe wrench that is a wild mage sorcerer named Rin. One of the 2, probably Rin, more than likely. But it's going to run by I think at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, if I remember correctly. Though you can keep an eye on Fox's thing, because at very least I'll post it. I spam it kind of everywhere.
Spam it.
And I believe, again, the Aspire has something.
Yeah, Welcome Away to Crumps should be on for tomorrow. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I usually post about it either all day or whatever the case may be. Or you can poke me on Discord. but normally we should start right around 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we're still at the winery, and there's still a potential for Terra shooting and killing a twig blight, so all things are fine.
Don't do that.
I make 0 promises.
Kill useful. You know what?
No, revert him back to his old name, Useless. That way you don't feel bad about killing him.
Darn it. Fox, do you have anything as the hostess of the stream? Is this?
Other than thanking Jay again for the 4-month sub, and that's about it. And we do have somebody to go raid this time, so we're gonna go bug somebody.
And we should be on for next Friday, unless people ask to be here. I have off Friday.
I'm just gonna get this started while we do the thing, because there's a
Let's
thing
see here
happening.
while I... see, what time do I work on Friday? Oh no, I'm off Friday. I
What's
forgot,
up?
I'm off Thursday and Friday. I forgot about that.
Yes. So
But then I go in at 12 Saturday. Ugh. That's okay.
I don't know. We might be able to start earlier whenever Aspire
It's
gets
possible.
home.
Shit.
I should be home. I should be home relatively in a good amount of time. My pictures and stuff like that are early in the afternoon.
Alright, so yeah, so keep an eye on that. We will keep you informed when we know what will start. You know how to keep a hold of this channel if you're watching. Everywhere we fucking post.
Dad, I think we'll say bye and we'll go bug a Ruby.
Ruby!
Ruby!